Yo. All right. Reminder to self, move Wi-Fi router upstairs. Just talking to myself, guys. What's up, guys? Will everybody file in real quick? I'm actually posting some videos from YouTube to social media right now, so that'll give me some time. We'll take a minute or two, let people file in. So appreciate y'all tuning in, being patient, all that good stuff. These Alex English clips uploaded to YouTube. Finally, was unable to get these up yesterday. As being out of town, and I forgot my external hard drive, which made things a lot harder. Made things a lot harder. So appreciate you guys being cool with it, being patient. Again, we'll get things rolling here in just a second. Career. Okay, boom. All right, we got one more clip to post, and then we'll get this thing really rolling. And the last clip I'm posting is Alex English on the current state Gamecocks basketball. We actually recorded this. If you guys want to know, we recorded this was it Tuesday when South Carolina played Alabama? We recorded it that day. So I wonder if I don't think Alex's comments would be much different than they were Tuesday. If you haven't listened to the Alex English interview, really, really good stuff. So, okay, boom, there we go. All right. We got those uploaded. What's going on? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, right? Yes. Tuesday, February the 16th, 2021, guys. The Daily Crow is back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It feels good to be back. Feels good to be back in studio. I can tell you that much. As much as I love the vacay grind and recording the podcast and the hotel and all that stuff, being back on home base, being back in the studio, it's a whole different vibe, whole different feeling. The vibes are very, very good in here, especially of late. We're adding all kinds of new memorabilia, new stuff to the studio. Things are popping off in the stew right now, but it feels good to be back on home soil, and it feels good to be chatting with you guys yet again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I missed you guys. Really did. I will tell you this. We had a really good time. We did have a really, really good time in Florida. The weather, unbelievable. Unbelievable weather in Florida. Was in the 80s every single day. I mean, you guys saw, I was rocking a tank top. I rocked a tank top, I think, twice. It's incredible. I missed the weather because here now in Columbia, which the sun finally came out. Now that I came back, the sun comes out. But, I was checking while I was there. I was checking on the weather at home and stuff. And, 40s and rain you guys had here? Just unbelievable. So, like I said, appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a lot to get into. Obviously, big podcast that dropped this morning. The official 2021 Gamecocks baseball season preview dropping this morning. And guys, listen, I'm a humble guy. I really am. I'm humble. I think everybody does great work. Everyone does a great job. But I'm here to tell you right now, you're not going to find a better season preview for baseball, a more comprehensive, in-depth, detailed, passionate also season preview for Gamecocks baseball than you will find in the one that we dropped today. And I'll also tell you this too. If you're just tuning in, maybe you're not familiar with the baseball content I put out, maybe because, last year obviously got cut short. We didn't really get the opportunity to dive into it. If you're not familiar with it though, again, I'm a humble guy, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm confident best Gamecocks baseball coverage you are going to get. Bottom line, period, from yours truly. I feel very confident in saying that. That's no disrespect to anybody else and the great job all the other outlets do covering the Gamecocks, but nobody's going to cover the game of baseball. Nobody's going to cover South Carolina baseball like yours truly. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. And that's all I'll say about that. But again, great show today. Season preview for Gamecocks baseball. Let me go down the list here. Tim Dorn, HML, Phil, Elizabeth Ballard, Lance, Chad, Dusty Rhodes. What's going on? Your local sports talk. What's up? Lindsey Hagler, Carolina Rangers. What is up, everybody? Dusty Rhodes says, how would you feel about our band recording a song for your intro, Chris? I would love that. If you guys are serious about it, want to do it, I'm down. I'd love that. That'd be a blessing. I'd appreciate that. Let's see. Before we really get going, guys, I want to tell you about my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness and my guy, CJ Profit. Guys, CJ, he's the man behind it all, been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. He's struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds doing the exact same type of training he does at the gym, guys. And again, that's what separates CJ from the rest, because, again, he's been there. He's done that. He knows exactly the struggle that you are going through. At Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And, guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And, guys, like I said, again, he's been there. He's done that. He knows the struggles you go through. He's going to keep you accountable. He's going to stay on top of it. Again, he can relate to you. He's been there. He's done that. He does his best to make their place as fun as possible. You're going to work hard for sure, but you're going to enjoy the process. You're going to enjoy the grind. You're going to learn to love that process while you're getting better physically, mentally, all around. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking the door, guys. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And get this, they offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. And, guys, here's the thing. You go to Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina right now. Tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. They're going to give you your first month free. So, guys, if you're on the fence about it, you need a new gym, you need a trainer, you want to start that fitness journey you've been putting off, my friend CJ Profit over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina is the way to go. Again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Go right there. Go right now. Check them out. Tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you and get your first month free. It's a no-brainer, guys. Do it. Do it. All right, let's dive into it, guys. 843-790-3377. I'll go ahead and open up the phone lines. Appreciate you all tuning in here on this Tuesday. Guys. Thanks so much. Let me open the phone lines. You guys can call in. Obviously, like I said, big show today that dropped, the 2021 Gamecocks baseball season preview show. It actually worked out beautifully because obviously, we were supposed to have a basketball game tonight, and that is not happening. I guess it's due to COVID stuff. I don't really know. The SEC moved it back. 9 o'clock tip-off now tomorrow, but it worked out perfectly because it cleared up this week. I was like, man, I'd really like to separate the basketball and the baseball shows. Sure enough, it gets pushed back. We have baseball all on the pod today. It worked out beautifully, so thank you, God, for doing that. But yeah, really, really good stuff, man. It went in depth from everything to, recapping 2020 and looking back, key losses, key returners, projected starting rotation, projected bullpen, projected roles in the pen, projected midweek guys, lineups, starters in the field, everything. Predictions for the 2021 season, biggest challenges for this team, why I'm excited for this team, went in depth on everything. So if you have not done so, check it out. Episode 382 of the podcast that dropped this morning, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, taking your questions, comments, calls, everything else. You guys know what we do on the Daily Crow. Dusty Johnson says, beard game. Thank you, sir. It's funny. I went down to Florida. I forgot my trimmers. So my neck was looking rough yesterday, my guy. It felt so good to trim it up. I mean, my neck, I was looking a little homeless, not going to lie, but I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for the beard love. Salute to you. Lance Player, what's up, man? I almost didn't recognize you. You changed your profile picture. I didn't recognize you there for a second. Let's see. What was I about to do? Oh, by the way, I'm making a sick graphic that will drop probably like 1:15, 1:30 right after we get off of here with my projected starting lineup. It is a dope graphic. So you guys will definitely see that. Hold on. What now? Hold on. What did you say? Kingston just announced pitching for the weekend. Far Thomas Bosnick. Where are you seeing this? Am I crazy? Please drop a link. I'm going to need you to drop a link, my guy. I'm going to need you to drop a link. Where are we seeing Brett Thomas is in the weekend rotation? I mean, it's fine if he is, but where are we seeing that? Wow, that is surprising. No Brandon Jordan in the weekend rotation. That is shocking. I mean, I know Brett Thomas has thrown the ball well, but wow, that is I'm surprised. Wow. Wow. That is wow. I'm shocked. Honestly. I mean, again, I heard that Brett Thomas was throwing the ball well, but my Lord. Yeah, I'm familiar with JB and Goldwater. They do a good job. He's on that show right now. Wow. No, it is Jordan. Oh, yeah, it's Jordan. So who's about Ed? You're messing with my mind, man. I'm like, why is Brett Thomas in the weekend rotation? What in the world? Oh God! And I'm sitting here and I got to make a graphic and I see. Sorry, guys. I got to tweet this out. You're messing with my mind, Ed. Sorry, guys. I'm just tweeting this out. So you guys understand the grind. I don't think I have to apologize to you guys anymore. You guys get what I'm doing. Jordan Sunday, Julian Bosnick. Yeah, that's exactly what we what I had heard and what we projected, by the way, on the show. So my freaking goodness, I cannot highlight something. Why can I not highlight? There we go. Okay. What is up, Jacob Rogers? What's going on? Ed, you're good, man. I'm just messing with you, but I was very confused. John, hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. I agree. It's very unacceptable. Like I said, we got one last trip in, but now we're back. We're back. We're back and better than ever, my guy. We are back and better than ever. So we are back. So let me like I said, sorry about this, guys. I have to get this graphic out. Okay, so again, Mark Kingston confirming it will be on Friday, right-handed pitcher Thomas Farr. Saturday, right-handed pitcher Brandon Jordan. And then Sunday, left-handed pitcher Julian Bosnick. Again, exactly what I had been hearing, exactly what we projected on the podcast this morning. So, like I said, not really a surprise. And I like that weekend rotation a lot, obviously. Really like all three guys, especially Farr and Jordan up front. Farr, I think, a guy, the best Friday night guy you've never heard of. And then Jordan threw really good innings for you last year. And then Bosnick is a guy that's coming off that injury stuff, was good last year's, gotten even better going into this year, gives you that lefty in the weekend rotation. I think there will continue to be unless hold on, guys. Unless Julian Bosnick is just incredible, which we obviously all hope he is, but unless he just, takes it by the horns, I definitely could see that number 3 starter, that Sunday role, continuing to be a battle. Again, you obviously hope and pray that a guy like Julian Bosnick can take it for you. I'm not saying he can't, but I think other guys like Will Sanders, Mag Cotto, Jack Mahoney, I think those guys, you could see them. I think especially Will Sanders. I'd put money on it right now that Will Sanders at some point will start a weekend game. I don't know. I have this feeling that kid is going to be a star. So very excited for him and his development as well. So. All right, let's get a picture of Bosnick. Sorry, guys. You guys know I'm making this graphic right now. Again, it's great to talk with you guys. It feels so good to be back in studio. It's unreal. John Gibbs, it's freaking baseball season. Let's go. Hunter Brown, Texas A&M predicted to finish last in the West. I did see that. The guy who picked him to finish last, though, listen, the guy who picked him to finish last, he had all 7 teams from the West making the postseason. That's how good the SEC is, guys. That is how freaking good the SEC is. Let's see here. Let's see. Your local sports talk says you think baseball can make a championship run, or are we not that improved? I've got this team, and I'll post my predictions later in graphic form as well. That'll be there. But I think this is a super regional team. I'm picking them to make the super regionals again. Once South Carolina baseball gets to the postseason, a lot of it depends on matchups and just how things set up, how things play out. But I think it's too bold. I think it's too much to put Omaha expectations on this team. Again, you never know, but I'm not putting those type of expectations on them yet. But I'm very excited for this club, no question. I'm very, very excited for this club. So shit. My bad. I'm glad you guys said something, by the way, because I would not have seen the starting rotation come out until I got off of here. So okay, we're good. Finally. Okay, we got that graphic posted. You guys will probably see it on Facebook in 2 seconds. Brandon Ward, what's going on? Savannah Webster, I saw a post. We will not be extending Frank's contract after 2023. Is 2 more years okay with you? I'm fine with it. I mean, why would you extend him? I mean, no, why would Frank get an extension? I've heard that he really wanted one, but again, with all due respect, why would he get one? You got to earn an extension. You know what I mean? It's not like his contract expires next year. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's any rush, any reason to extend him at this point. I mean, I don't even know why we'd be talking about it. You know. Listen, like I said, this season is a wash. We all know. I think most of us, I was very honest. I was very, very honest on the Monday show. I think most of us are, the apathy is set in with basketball. I don't think I'm saying anything crazy. I think you guys would probably agree. And again, you guys all tune in because I'm very honest and blunt about things. But I think apathy set in. I think most people are just pretty tired of this basketball season and ready for it to be over. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. And again, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop covering them, stop pulling for them, tuning into every single game. You guys know that. I'm going to be here through thick and thin. We could lose every single game, and I'm going to be here watching them. But the reality is this is a really, really tough season, and it gets harder and harder by the game. Because, at one point it was Jekyll and Hyde, right? It was good performance, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Now it just seems like it's bad. So you got a really tough one tomorrow night in Knoxville. I don't know. You opened up as a double-digit underdog. I don't really know what you can do in that one. So I don't know. It's tough, man. It's really tough. Again, I'll be, like I said, I'll be honest with you guys. I was obviously in Florida over the weekend, and I didn't make it a point to, oh my God, it's 6:00. We have to go watch the basketball game. Oh my God, we got to tune in. We have to see every single second, every single minute, everything. Nah, man, I was at the theme parks with my family, checking in periodically on my phone because, it's just same old, same old. I mean, I checked. I'm like, oh, we're down 15 to Ole Miss. Fantastic. So, you made a little bit of a comeback at the end to make it more respectable, but it just, in a season where everybody's telling you anyways that it's a wash, that it doesn't matter, what does it matter? I don't know. I hate to say that. I know it sounds blasphemous coming from me to say that, but I feel what you guys feel. I really do. I feel what you guys feel. Bottom line. So I feel what you guys feel, man. So it's tough. It's tough. Thank God, like I said, baseball starts Friday. That's all I can really say. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God, guys, for real. So, let's see. Yeah, okay. Okay, anyways, let's see. John Gibbs, if our pitching shines like it should, then Omaha is definitely in the cards. Again, some things have got to come together. I will say the biggest question mark for me for this team, this is something I talked about extensively on the podcast. you have some veteran guys on your team. Don't get me wrong. You've got guys that have pitched big innings and have experience in the SEC, but you're dependent. I mean, dude, think about it. Your entire weekend rotation has not thrown a single SEC inning combined. Not one. Not a single inning in the SEC. Now, granted, you got stuff. If you can ball, you can ball. I'm not saying I'm like worried about it, but that's a fact. You look at your lineup. Guys like Brennan Malone, David Mendham, Braylon Wimmer, Jeff Heinrich, Colin Burgess. To no fault of their own, they've never taken an SEC at bat. So, overall, that would be my biggest concern. That would be my biggest concern in regards to, just the lack of SEC experience. Again, though, if you can ball, you can ball. And I feel like these guys can ball. I've seen them go against each other, SEC quality players all over the field. I have no worries there, but that is certainly one thing to keep an eye on. And I think the other biggest question for this team is just navigating through the gauntlet that is this schedule. I know Carolina fans don't want to hear about the schedule because we hear it all with football, and schedule's brutal. I mean, it really is. And even if you just want to take away the non-conference stuff, the SEC schedule, I mean, this conference is going to beat up on itself. There's no question. Going 500 or better in this conference is an achievement. I mean, it is a legitimate achievement. So, and again, I'll drop my full predictions later in the day, but I've got this being a 35-36 win ball club. I think 15-15, 16-14 in the SEC sounds about right to me. But you take a look. I mean, even at that projection, guys, that means South Carolina is maybe sweeping Clemson, maybe sweeping a Mercer, taking 2 out of 3 from Texas, beating UNC in a midweek, like doing very, very well in the out of conference, doing very well in the non-conference. And again, the non-conference slate is tough. It's tough. And I will say this in regards to postseason expectations and projections and stuff like that. When you think of how tough the SEC is, again, I'm not saying, and I was big on this last year, what I don't want fans to do is say you lose Friday night to Mercer. Like, the season's not over. It's one game. As long as you're winning series, that's all that matters. But I will say, with the SEC being as tough as it is, you need to rack up those non-conference wins as much as you can. So taking advantage of games like Winthrop, like Citadel, some of these other games, you got to win those games, man. You got to take advantage and win those games. We'll see if this team can do that. So let's go ahead and jump to the phone lines here. Yo, Skyland, what's up, man?
What's up? The time is finally here.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you again, man. It's been too long. What's up?
Not much. Just excited for baseball.
Yeah, no, me too. I know finally. You saw Kingston's, which I'm going to share it, by the way, to you guys' Facebook group, but Kingston announcing the starting rotation, the weekend rotation, going into opening weekend, which I think exactly what you and I expected, what we projected. So, yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, obviously, I'm pumped, man.
I ain't seen it yet, but that's Farr, Jordan, and Bosnick, right?
Yeah, Farr, Jordan, Bosnick. Yeah, exactly what I think we all expected. Okay. So, I mean, the only question I had was, did they want to slide Bosnick to the Saturday and go righty, lefty, righty? But no, I mean, I like the rotation as is with, your top 2 guys in Farr and Jordan. You feel like can compete with any Friday and Saturday night guys in the SEC, and then throwing in the lefty. Bosnick's been really impressive in the fall and the spring, and we'll see what he can do. I mean, listen, I'm not naive enough to think there aren't many SEC teams, and I'm sure you know this. There aren't many SEC teams, man, that start with the 3 guys and they end with the exact same 3 guys. I mean, most of the time there's some battling in the Sunday roll and, whatever. Right. So, but I feel good about the rotation. I like those 3 guys a lot, especially, like I said, Farr and Jordan. Bosnick, to me, has got a little something to prove, but I like Farr and Jordan a lot personally, so.
Even if Bosnick struggles, you can still move Sanders or Cotto there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have options. That's the good news. And I think Sanders and Cotto and Mahoney, those are going to be your lead guys throwing in the midweek, at least starting those midweek games. Because, again, like we talked, I think, last week, you're only playing one midweek game. You're playing like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. You're only playing one, though. So, yeah, I'd put money on it right now. Will Sanders will start a weekend game at some point. Like, that dude's a stud. No question. So, would not shock me at all if Will Sanders or, again, one of these young guys, and that's one of the biggest questions or one of my storylines I had on today's pod going into the season is just which one of these young arms steps up first. You know what I mean? Because you have so many quality ones, but which guy is the first guy to go from being, you know, a nice young player to being like a dude for you? You know what I mean? That's contributing weekend in, weekend out, pitching big innings for you, pitching stressful innings for you. Which young guy is the first one to do that? So it'll be interesting to see. So it'll be really interesting to see.
Right. I'm just wondering how he's going to handle that. There's only one weekday games, so now you have to work 3 guys in. So is he going to go all 3 at once, or is he going to like every 3 weeks one gets to start? I don't know how he's going to roll with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what I would probably do, especially early, is I would throw them all. You want to see what you got. You want to, even if it's going up against, like I said, a Winthrop or a Citadel, or which, by the way, put some respect in the Citadel, because I've chatted with Blake Cooper off the air, and he really likes their Citadel team. So put some respect on those midweek non-conference games. But again, realistically, you know, I would say you want to like, for example, doing that first midweek game against Winthrop, I'd say you want to throw Will Sanders 2 to 3 innings. You want to throw a guy like Cotto Mahoney 2 to 3, you know, 1 to 2, whatever. You know, you want to get guys out there. You want to get guys, get their feet wet, get them a college appearance under their belt. You know what I mean? Because again, you know, you got Clemson the second weekend. Like, there isn't a whole lot of time to, let's just ease into this and get our feet wet. It's like, no, we got to be ready to go. So, and it's funny, we're talking about these youngsters. We're not even talking about Parker Coyne, Cam Tringali, Andy Peters, who I think is going to be a big piece. You know, Lloyd Carey, as we all know. I mean, there's, again, you know, Brett Thomas, Cade Austin, Travis Loonsman, John Gilreath. You have a very good problem in your pitching staff, is that you got a lot of quality arms, and you might not have enough innings to go around. So the cream's going to rise to the top. You're going to get the best guys out there. I trust Kingston and Meade will do that. But like I said, I think starting out, I mean, listen,
Don't forget about Wesley Sweat either. Yeah,
Wesley Sweat, who I think should be 100% very, very soon. I've heard he is close. But yeah, so starting out, man, just to answer your question, like I said, I would kind of Johnny Holstaff it to begin with, because you just want to get these guys experience. I mean, that's what I would do. Obviously, the number one priority is to win the baseball game, but you know, you want to roll these dudes out there and keep them fresh, get them experience. I mean, there's no point in throwing Will Sanders that first Tuesday and him going 7 innings. You know, there's just no point in that. So, you know, maybe let him get 3 or 4. Maybe you let Cotto get 1. Let Mahoney get 1. You let Coyne or Peters get 1. Like, you know, get everybody's feet wet, get them going, get them ready for that Clemson weekend. That's going to be the big priority. You know, probably these first 4 games is getting geared up for Clemson. So, yeah, I mean, I know you are too. I'm just pumped for Friday, bro. It's finally here, like you said. So.
Oh yeah, I'm not even worried about college basketball no more.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Trust me, I hear you.
I should be, but I'm really not. I could care less now.
Yeah, no, trust me.
There's nothing going to change about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the situation is what it is with Carolina basketball, man. It's you know, it's. I don't think it's to have that attitude, like you just said. It's of no fault of any fan. I mean, we're everybody's human beings. We all react to the product we have in front of us. And right now, it's just not a good product. You know, what are you going to do? It's not a good product. There's no sugarcoating it. Like, you want to blame it on COVID. You want to blame it on this. It's just not a good product. It's not an entertaining product. It's not a fun product to watch. So, and then you go into a game against Tennessee tomorrow night, and you're an 11-point underdog. I mean, what do you expect from fans? Be fired up and jacked up that we're a double-digit underdog? Like, come on. It's you know, it's tough right now.
We play tonight, right?
No, so the game got moved to tomorrow. Yeah, it's okay. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Yeah, it got moved to tomorrow because of I guess some stuff with COVID. I don't really know, man. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock now. So
okay, I'm at work, so I have no idea what goes on until I get up before.
Yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, it got moved to tomorrow night now, which I was really happy about because, like I said, it gave me the opportunity to have today's podcast just be strictly baseball, which is nice. So, yeah, it's like, and I'll tell you on the phone as well and tell everybody else that the schedule from now on will be for baseball season. We'll do Thursdays. We'll do the full series preview show. Mondays we'll do full series recap. So that's going to be the schedule for the next 3.5 months for the podcast. So that'll be kind of the setup there. So
who do you see like like I don't expect the lineup to be the same throughout the weekend. Maybe Friday and Saturday, but man, I can see Kingston changing it up a little bit Sunday. Who do you think he pulls, and who do you think he puts in the game? Like I feel like maybe like up 2-0, you can start playing. Like maybe you put Fields in the outfield to start Sunday. Or maybe you play Jalen some for Khalil in the late innings. Like, who do you think's gonna get pulled first to get the young guys?
Yeah, I think definitely your center field is probably in the outfield is probably where you're going to see the most shuffling. I think you certainly want to get Noah Myers out there because listen, I've got Braylon Wimmer projected as a starting center fielder, but I think Noah Myers is going to factor in. Like if he can hit, his speed is incredible. I mean, I love his speed in the lineup. If he can hit, that's the biggest thing. So I think you'll see Myers switched in. I think certainly Brandon Fields, man. Like again, is he ready to be an everyday guy? I don't necessarily think so from what I've seen, but he has undeniable athleticism. He has undeniable talent and upside. I think he'll be shuffled in. I think, Jalen Vasquez on the infield. I think you'll see him in there. I think Michael Robinson, the backup shortstop, I think he's a guy. Listen, I think George Khalil is very much entrenched being your starter. But again, it's all about can you hit? Which guy's going to hit? They're going to play the 9 best hitters and put them in the lineup, no question. Maybe Joe Satterfield we see at first base. Maybe Josiah Seitler we see at first base. I think Mendham has a pretty good grip on that, but playing matchups, you're getting different guys in there, and maybe we see Wes Clark get an inning or two at first. Maybe we see Wes Clark get behind the plate. I think you're going to see a lot of different guys shuffled in, and again, the number one priority is to win the baseball game. But I think the number one spot you're going to see guys shuffled is the outfield because again, you got to get Myers some at bats. You want to get a look at Brandon Fields. But again, you also want to give Wimmer his at-bats as well. So, dude, I mean, man, the game of baseball, the way it's going to go, I mean, from that point on, I think certainly Mark Kingston, I know for a fact he's got a very good idea of what his starting 9 is. But again, it's going to come down to, hey, who are the 9 hottest sticks that I can throw out there? You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. You got to hit. You just have to hit. So, if a guy like George Khalil's hitting 220, Michael Robinson's going to get a chance. You know what I mean? Like, Vasquez is going to get a chance. Yeah. Like you just, as much as I love Georgie in the field, and I hate to single him out and put it on him, but we all know, his bat is his deficiency. You got to be able to hit. Even in the 9 hole, you got to be able to hit. So,
to me, playing George is fine, but also like he has no upsides. Like I would like to see George, maybe I don't want to say fall off, but I like to see George get less playing time for these younger guys for next year because George is it's his 6th year. He's not going to be here next year. I would like to see guys get opportunities in that short.
Well, and I will say this too, though. I mean, he was hitting 272 at the break last year. I mean, it's not like the dude wasn't hitting his body weight. You know what I mean? So I think George Khalil can be a solid 265 hitter for you. I thought he made strides last year, and you would certainly think he's made another jump this year. But I definitely hear what you're saying in the sense of like, yeah, I mean, this is going to be his last year in Columbia no matter what. So bottom line, you want to play the best guy. But again, if a Michael Robinson, if the Vasquez kid, if they can show you something, get them in there for sure. I mean, why not? So, but again, it's a good problem to have. Like you want to have people competing for spots. You know what I mean? You want to have competition. Right. So I think it's a positive. Like I said, I think the number one spot though, you're going to see guys interchanged. Is the outfield because guys like Noah Myers needs at bats, Brandon Fields needs at bats, Joe Satterfield needs at bats, Robinson needs at bats, Vasquez, all these guys, they need ABs. They need ABs and they need playing time. So I think you'll definitely see that throughout the weekend for sure.
One more thing. I was talking to one of my fellow friends.
Yeah.
He kind of called this team unathletic and unfast. He's saying this is going to be a good team, but it's going to be a very unathletic team because of the lack of speed that we produce on the field. Do you agree with that statement?
I don't think this team is unathletic. I think Braylon Wimmer gives you a great speed threat. I think Brady Allen's an athlete. I think, it's not like it's a speed demon lineup, right? Like this is a traditional USC lineup full of bashers, bottom line. Malone, Clark, Eister, Mendham. Those are your bashers. I think Jeff Heinrich's a good athlete. I think even George Khalil's a good athlete. Listen, I'm not saying it's the most athletic lineup in the world, but I think saying it's an unathletic lineup is a little too harsh. I think it's a little too harsh. So, yeah.
Because like I told him the other day, I said, I don't think we'll steal a lot of bases this year because you really got to think about it. Like Braylon Wimmer's your fastest guy in that lineup.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody else.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's so valuable. Like here's the ideal situation, I think. And listen, I love Jeff Heinrich, so it's not a slight to him. I think your ideal situation is Noah Myers starts to really hit, and then you can move Braylon Wimmer to second. And then you can get Noah Myers in there in center. And then you got two guys who are big-time speed threats. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is this, Skyline, you have speed on your team. They got to hit, though. Your speed guys, Brandon Fields, I mean, dude, watching him in scrimmages, it's an automatic double when he gets on. I mean, you're not going to throw him out, but he's got to hit.
Right.
You got to get on base to steal a base, right? So, I mean, that's your biggest thing. Can your speed guys, and if I'm Kingston and I have Noah Myers in my life, I could say even the same with Braylon Wimmer, but especially a guy like Noah Myers, I'm making him bunt once a game. No question. No question. They're college infielders. They're college baseball players. Make them make a play. They're going to screw it up half the time. So make them make a play.
Oh, yeah.
So, and again, Myers is a guy, if he puts down a good one, you're not throwing him out. So, now, listen, I don't think it's an unathletic lineup. I don't think it's the most athletic lineup we've ever had by any stretch. But to say, again, it's unathletic, I think is a little too harsh. I think it's a balanced lineup. I do think it's a balanced lineup. So,
I want to see the strikeouts go down. I kind of believe that we kind of led the nation in strikeouts last year. I want to see the strikeouts go down and let's put the ball in play more.
Yeah, no, I'd have to look at the stats, but no, definitely. I mean, listen, strikeouts are up all across baseball, and I agree with you. I don't know if it's necessarily an old school way of thinking or if people would label it that way, but yeah, I don't understand why hitters in 2021 are so okay with striking out. Nothing good happens when you strike out. If you put the ball in play, you never know what'll happen. You know what I mean? Like, again, they're college fielders. Make them make plays. You never know. So I agree with you. And I'm sure that's something Kingston and his staff are preaching. I mean, nobody wants to strike out 10 times a game, and I can tell you that right now. Nobody wants to strike out 10 times a game. I don't give a damn what team it is or what your hitting philosophy is. Nobody wants to K up 10 times a game. So definitely those numbers have got to go down. I agree with you 100%.
Buddy, I got to go back to work here, and I'll see you Friday if you at the ball field.
Yeah, man. I'm planning on being there, man. I appreciate you calling in. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
All right, boss. Take care. Yep, go Cox. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. 843-790-3377, guys. That is 843-790-3377. Taking your questions, comments, calls, everything else here on this Tuesday, February the 16th, 2021, guys. We are back in the studio. We're back in the stew. Feels good. Feels very good to be back. So appreciate you all tuning in. Let's see. If you just called in, by the way, please call back in. If you just called in, call back in. Looks like we just missed a call from an 803 number. So if you want to call back in, phone lines are open. 843-790-3377. Phil says, I went on a Carolina autographed card bender yesterday and today. $200 later, I'm dazed and confused. Why am I not surprised, Phil? Why am I not surprised? By the way, I do want to give a quick shout out and a plug to my guy, Jacob Olson, former Gamecocks baseball player. I'm going to get him on the podcast too, by the way, but he gave me, and it's on the other side, it's on this wall over here, a fire new piece, a fire artwork piece for the studio. If you have not seen it, I posted on social media. If you're interested and want one, DM Jacob Olson on Instagram, Jacob Olson _7. Want to give him that plug. It's a handcrafted item. Again, you can't get it anywhere else. Phenomenal, fantastic stuff, guys. Be sure to check it out. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's going to look, I haven't hung it up yet. It is going to look so sick. It is going to look so sick when I hang this thing up. So you guys check that out for sure. Yeah, you guys check that out for sure. So really, really good stuff. I feel like somebody is trying to call in. Hold on. Do I have? Oh, hey, my bad. Call back, and I had silence unknown callers on. My B. Sorry about that. My B. 803 number. Call back in. Taking your questions, comments, calls, everything else. Lindsay Hagler, yes, it is awesome. Again, taking you guys' questions. Big podcast that dropped this morning. Just a quick reminder, episode 382, talking Gamecocks baseball, heading into 2021 baseball season. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the phone lines here.
To accept, press 1.
Sling Blade Jr., did I hear that correctly?
Hey, Chris, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. What's up?
What's up? I know that you know my dad, Sling Blade. He told me to call on here and talk to you for a couple minutes.
All right. What you got?
How do you feel about Shane Beamer being the Carolina football coach for 2021?
I like Beamer a lot, man. I mean, I think, hiring him obviously has given this fan base and this program a breath of fresh air. And, I like Beamer a lot. I think he's done all the right things, said all the right things. Now, hey, it just comes down to what we're going to do on the field. You know what I mean? That's something none of us know or can predict or anything like that. But, no, listen, I like Beamer a lot. I'm glad your dad went to Auburn. I think we came out. That was a blessing for sure that we were able to get Marcus Satterfield and, wish your pops nothing but the best at Auburn, except for one game when he plays the Gamecocks. I know that'll be a fun one in Willie B, November the 20th. But no, dude, I'm happy with Beamer. I'm happy. I'm very happy with Beamer. And like I said, now the real work begins. So.
Hey, Chris, thank you for the call, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Sling Blade Jr. in the house. Sling Blade Jr. calling in. The OG Sling Blade would be very proud of that. John Gibbs, as far as Frank is concerned, I noticed lately he keeps referring back to his older teams. Kind of like Muschamp repeating they'll evaluate. I know this season is a wash, but all I can hope is it gets better. I want our basketball program to be competitive at a high level. Yeah, I mean, listen, things are not good right now. And here's the thing. Frank this is not like trying to knock Frank at all, but this is a fact. Frank is getting a pass because of COVID. I mean, bottom line. If COVID wasn't a thing, I can't say for certain which side I'd be on that I wouldn't be saying fire Frank Martin. I can't say that. Can't say I wouldn't. But I think to call for his head right now amidst this season, amidst everything that's going on, it's just not productive. It's not nothing. Because listen, nothing's going to happen unless he retires, which I'm not even advocating. I want that to happen, but nothing's going to happen. So that's why I've said to you guys, I'm not going to be the fire Frank Martin guy this year. I'm not going to be that guy holding that torch, leading that charge, all that good stuff. This season's a wash. They're playing like it. They're coaching like it. Fans feel it. The program feels it. It's a wash. I mean, it just is. When you keep having that mentality and that excuse after every loss of COVID this, COVID that, is what it is. But the season is a wash mentality has washed over Gamecocks basketball. Bottom line, it has. It really has. So, I'm giving him a pass. I'll give him a free pass, whatever. Want Frank to come back next year, obviously fully healthy, his team fully healthy. We'll go from there, see what happens. If he doesn't make the tournament next year, I'll help him pack his bags. I will. Because, I mean, again, one tournament in 10 years, that's not going to be good enough, as you guys surely agree with. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just strange times with Gamecocks basketball. Let's jump back to the phone lines here.
Justin.
Hey, yo, Justin, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you asking. Great to hear from you.
Yep. Hey, Chris. I tried to get ready for baseball on Friday, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm fired up. I'm like I said, especially with the way basketball is going, we need a distraction. So I am very excited. And obviously I'm a baseball guy, so I'm excited. I'm very high on this team as well. So can't wait, man. Can't wait for first pitch.
Yep, me too, Chris. Hey, Chris. The baseball team, they got to start being Georgia baseball at some point, right?
You said they got to beat Georgia?
Yeah, in baseball, because we haven't beat them lately in baseball.
Yeah, well, I'll say this: Georgia had a squad last year, and they lost a lot. I don't think Georgia will be the Georgia we saw last year, even 2 years ago, or anything like that. I feel good. about Carolina's chances. I know they got to go to Athens in that one, but I feel good about Carolina's odds of taking 2 out of 3. And again, by the time we get to the Georgia series, here's the big thing. By the time we get to the Georgia series, we're going to know a lot about this baseball team because you'll have already had series against Clemson, Mercer, Texas, Vanderbilt, and Florida. So by the time you get to Georgia, you're going to be very well weathered at that point. So definitely, though, I agree with you, Justin. Georgia is a series, a team you need to beat. I agree with you 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Chris, also you got yeah. Hey Chris, also you got to try to beat Florida too now because we haven't beat them lately either. You know.
no, hey, listen. I'll tell you this. Because I know fans like to project and predict, and of course I like to do the same. And people are like, "Oh my God, the schedule!" Like, I've seen some fans say, "Oh man, you go to Vanderbilt, you just need to avoid being swept." No, listen. This is South Carolina, okay? This is South Carolina baseball. We have great tradition. We bow down to no one. You should never go into us. Now, I'm going to make predictions. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm going to pick South Carolina to win every single series. But this team, and I know they feel this way already, by the way, but this team, this coaching staff, and this program, bro, we should never go into a series expecting anything less other than to win the series. Bottom line. We should never go into a series saying, well, I just hope we don't get swept. No. You're South Carolina. You're a big-time college baseball program. You're one of the best college baseball programs to take the field in the last 20 years. You are. Look at the records. Look at the stats. You are. So we bend the knee for no one. We bow to no one. Let the chips fall where they may. And I'm not sitting here saying don't be delusional. I understand. We all get the challenge that is Vanderbilt and Florida, but I agree with you. Hey, that first series in Nashville, that's a big one. Find a way to take 2 out of 3. What a way, you can look at it one of two ways. You can say, oh my God, woe is me. How do we pull this tough draw, with Vandy and then Florida? Or you can say, man, what an opportunity. Hey, you take both series. Can you imagine if Carolina wins 2 out of 3 against Vandy, 2 out of 3 against Florida? You're the talk of the conference. I mean, you're literally the talk of the conference. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but bro, Carolina baseball bows to no one. Okay. And I like I said, I'm not saying don't be realistic as a fan. Because depending on how things are going, I don't know what I'm going to pick for the Vandy and Florida series. I'm not sitting here saying, like I said, I'm going to pick South Carolina to sweep everybody and win every series. But the mentality in that locker room and in that program should be, we are expecting to win. That's what makes Carolina baseball what it is. We're not hoping we win. We are expecting to win. And if we don't win, we fell short of the goal. So, I know I just went on a little bit of a rant there, but yeah, bottom line, I'm excited. I'm pumped for Gamecock baseball. I like this team a lot. We've got a lot of early season matchups that you need to take care of business in before you get to the SEC slate. Again, like I said, Clemson, Texas, Mercer being the big 3, I would say. Hey, you got to take on Dayton this weekend. You got to take care of Dayton this weekend. You can't sleep on anybody. College baseball, one of the reasons I love it in baseball in general, the parity. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. Don't sleep on Dayton either. Don't sleep on Winthrop. Don't sleep on Citadel. Don't sleep on any of these teams you play in the midweek. Don't sleep on even in North Florida. Nobody. So, but yeah, man. Anyways, I know, like I said, I just went on a little bit of a rant there, but now I'm fired up for Friday, man. I'm fired up for this baseball season. I feel really, really good about this baseball team. Feel very good about this team.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Hey, Chris, like you say, you got to take care of the business. You cannot be losing these teams. You're supposed to be doing you're supposed to. Why?
Yeah, again, with the SEC slate being what it is and just how good everyone in the SEC is, it puts more pressure on the non-conference. You got to take advantage when you have games that, technically on paper, I guess you're supposed to win. You got to win those games. You have to. Like I said, with all due respect to the Winthrops and the North Floridas of the world and even the Daytons, you got to win those games, man. You're the better team. You're more talented. You're South Carolina for a reason. They are who they are. You know what I mean? Go out and play your game, take care of business, and win the baseball game. I know this. Mark Kingston has said this. The expectation is to win every single game. Every time you take the field, the expectation is to win. Bottom line. So, we'll see if they can do it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm saying nothing this team doesn't already know. You know what I mean? This team knows that. They already know that already. So, yeah, man, I'm fired up. Hey, I appreciate the call, Justin, for sure. Great to hear from you again. Glad to be back. And, yeah, man, just counting down the seconds till first pitch on Friday. So.
Okay. Hey, Chris, before I go,
Yeah.
I got to tell you something right quick.
Yeah.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Chris, Hey, Chris, Frank Martin, Saka just cannot win a game Saturday. What are your thoughts on that?
On Frank Martin?
Yeah, we can't win a game on Saturday because
Yeah,
we might not be winning no games on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I just, like I said, Gamecocks basketball is in a tough place right now. I've been really proud of the resiliency and the toughness of this team, and I don't feel like guys have like quit or anything. But you really have to question where this team is mentally. I mean, they hear all the outside chatter, they hear the outside noise. They hear Frank Martin. I just wonder. I hope apathy has not crept its way into the locker room. And you heard Mark Kingston. You heard Frank Martin yesterday in his media availability. I guess it was after the game. I posted the graphic yesterday. And I quote, this is what Frank Martin said. Frank Martin said, the one thing my teams always do is they have courage and they have unity. And right now we're trying to find both. That's not good. That's not something you want to hear at this point in the season. So, I just simply, I have to question what the mindset, the mentality, the makeup of this team is. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah. Jesus,
Yeah, it's tough. Like it's tough, man. It's really tough. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Chris, listen, I'm not trying to find Frank more here. I try to be positive, but it's hard to be positive because this is not Bobby Knight no more,
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely tough to be positive right now when it comes to Gamecock basketball. There's no, I'm not, definitely not. It's tough to be positive. It's a tough season for everybody, man. I mean, I even do feel for the players and Frank dealing with the COVID stuff and all that, but everybody's dealing with it. There's some teams that are making the most of it. They're winning games. Look at Missouri, look at Tennessee, look at Florida. There are teams that are finding ways to win. I know it's a strange year in college basketball, but it just, I think the thing that, sucks the most, and I think all Gamecock fans would agree, is you really, really, truly felt like coming into this season, you had a roster that could compete realistically to go to the tournament, and it feels like it's just going to waste. And it's just a shame. Because here's the thing. We all say, Frank, bring him back next year. If he misses the tournament, then he's gone. I mean, do you really think this team's going to be better next year? Because I don't see any way AJ Lawson comes back. I mean, how in the world will this team be better next year? Why will it not be the exact same thing we've seen the last 3 seasons? So, I don't know. It's tough times right now, for sure. It's tough times. Tough time. That's all you can say. It's just tough time. Tough time. So.
Yeah. Well, Chris, that's all I have to say, man.
Yeah, Justin. Hey, I appreciate the call, man.
You, I guess.
All right,
Talk
thanks.
again soon.
Yep, thanks. Take care, man. Appreciate it. Phil says, is there another way to contact Olson about the signs? Everyone knows Instagram is for the girls. Yeah, Phil, I can get you his number or I can reach out to him on your behalf, whatever you want to do. So if you guys need a different way to reach out to Jacob Olson, like he's only on Instagram. That's why I said Instagram, because I thought he was on Twitter, but he's not on Twitter. I forgot about that. So if you are interested in a sign and you don't have Instagram or just don't want to reach out to him on Instagram for any reason, shoot me a DM, shoot me a text, whatever you want to do. So I will help you guys out because he's definitely making them. He also, by the way, guys, I put up the picture of mine. He also makes them with like a gloss finish, though. I went with the normal like wooden look. I like that one better. He does it with like a gloss finish, though, where it looks like a table. Like it's really, really nice. Incredible. So definitely, if you're interested, hit me up and I'll get you taken care of. SEC football too. Do you think South Carolina can win 2 out of 3 against Clemson? I like our chances. Absolutely, yes. And I expect South Carolina to win 2 out of 3, and I think they should win 2 out of 3. So, yeah, that's a big and I'll tell you this because I'm a guy. Listen, that's one I want to win that one badly. I mean, I want to win that series badly. But I'll tell you this, and what I hate though. It's going to do Mark Kingston a lot of favors to win that series early because, unfortunately, just call it for what it is. We've got a lot of fans that, and it's no knock on them, but this is just the reality. We have a lot of fans that they're not necessarily diehard baseball fans, if you will. And there's a lot of our fans, they're going to judge baseball off that Clemson series. So if we go out to the second weekend and lose 2 out of 3, baseball season's over, fire Kingston. That's it. If we go out there and win 2 out of 3 or sweep, oh my God, we're great. Here we go. I'm watching every single game. So, from the outlook of the entire season, if you lose 2 out of 3 to Clemson somehow, no, your season's not over. It's a very important series. It's a series you need to win. I don't have to stress the importance. You guys know the best rivalry in all of college baseball. But I warn fans, if you lose 2 out of 3 to Clemson, guys, the season's not over. The season's not over. But yes, that is one I think you can win, you should win, and I expect South Carolina to win. So, again, guys, got about 5 minutes left. Taking your questions, comments, calls, everything else. 843-790-3377. We're back. Like I said, we're back. Appreciate y'all tuning in. SEC Football 2, my channel will be so much fun if we win the series against Clemson. It'll be a must-watch. Hey, same here for yours truly, my guy. We will be popping the bottles on a Sunday. So we will be having a good time, enjoying it. Like I said, I think I said this on the podcast too. No Daily Crow pregame show for like every single baseball game. That's just way too much, to be honest. But there will be exceptions, and the Clemson series might be one of them. I'm actually working on something right now in Greenville for that Saturday game in Greenville. I don't know what the situation is, guys. Getting tickets is just such a nightmare. Getting tickets is such a nightmare. So just stay up to date. I can't give you guys Elizabeth Ballard asking, will you do a pregame for the game on Friday? Just stay up to date. I can't give you a for certain yes or no right now because, again, like I said, there's just so many games. There's so many games, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do a pregame show. I mean, I love doing the pregame and the postgame shows, but there's 53 games, guys. That's a lot of pregame and postgame shows. So just roll with the punches with me. We might do one Friday. We might do one for the Clemson series, Texas, these bigger series. Just stay, just follow along, and I promise I'll keep you guys updated. So we may do it. A lot of it depends on if I'm going to the games. If I'm not, it's no big deal. But if I'm going, like, for example, to the game Friday, I don't know yet. I don't know what my schedule this weekend is like yet. So I'll keep you guys updated, though. Again, guys, quick reminder, podcast dropped this morning, episode 382, full season preview for Gamecocks baseball. I'm talking projected lineups, projected rotation, which has already been dropped by Mark Kingston. My predictions, biggest challenges for this team, top storylines for hitting, pitching, everything in between, guys. Packed show, packed podcast today. Again, episode 382, the full season preview show for Gamecocks baseball. And like I said, guys, listen, I'm humble. I think everybody does a great job, but you ain't going to – I'm very confident in saying you are not going to find, number one, a better season preview show than the one that we dropped today, and you are not going to follow along with someone this baseball season who is going to cover South Carolina baseball the way that we cover it. I promise you right now, I am – again, all due respect to everybody else, I am very confident in my abilities to cover Gamecocks baseball and cover college baseball as a whole. I am very comfortable with saying you are not going to follow along and keep up with someone who's going to cover South Carolina baseball to the depth and to the quality that I will do and that we will do with the Spurs Up Show. So I give you guys that promise as well. So I'm very excited for Gamecocks baseball. Let's see. John Gibbs, I think to piggyback off the Clemson series, the fact they're so good in football, it transfers over to baseball for the hatred. Trust me, beating them in every sport matters, but the season isn't over if we by chance drop the series. Agree with you, and I do think there is some validity to that. I mean, we're not beating them in football right now, so it's like we need to beat them in everything else, you know what I mean, to make up for it. So I agree with you, actually. Travis Rowell, like Chris said, we can't keep talking about this Final Four run. We've done nothing with it. Now Gonzaga has. They were once a Cinderella, not anymore powerhouse in basketball. Again, it's tough times. It's tough times with Gamecock basketball because I hate to be at any point in the season and say, oh, it's a wash. But we've reached that point, I guess. I mean, it's, and like I said on social media in closing here, regarding Gamecocks basketball, being upset and calling for a coach's head and wanting a coach fired and wanting real change, having that turmoil, that's not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is apathy, is people not caring. There being no expectations, there being no standard, and fans feeling like we're playing for nothing. So what's the point in tuning in? And you're getting, I don't know if we're quite there yet, but damn, you're getting really close when it comes to Gamecocks basketball. So something's got to give. At some point, something's got to give. Something's got to give. So again, guys, that's going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, check out the podcast drop this morning, episode 382. Full season preview show for the 2021 baseball season. Daily Crow all week, Monday through Friday, noon to 1, podcast all week. We'll have a pregame show tomorrow night for Tennessee, by the way, 8 to 8:30. You guys know the drill, guys. Feels good to be back in the studio. Feels good to be talking to you guys once again. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will talk to you tomorrow, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.